Today is Tuesday, April 28th, the 118th day of 2015.
And you're listening to This and That on the Wire. Good afternoon, Norman, Oklahoma. Welcome to our last episode of This and That for the season. I'm Keegan Mina. Long week, always. It's Jeremy Deere. This and That. We were on every Friday from 1 to 3. However, today we are on from 4 to 6. You know why? Because we live in the heart of America. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Norman, Oklahoma. As we always say on the show, if you want to listen to us, there are a variety of different ways you can listen to us. You can go on our Wire's main website at wire.ou.edu. There we also have a live stream. And today we're actually live streaming on OU TV right now. So if you go to OU TV, you will be able to see us in the booth, waving our hands. You can also go and download the TuneIn Radio app, which we highly recommend you do. Simply go in the search bar of TuneIn and type in your student radio. You will locate The Wire, which will be our station. So there's always that. You can also call us here at the booth at 405-325-WIRE. That again is 405-325-WIRE. But we always want you guys to go to our Facebook page. That's how we send all the cool stuff, all the cool funny videos, all the additional stuff that goes beyond our show at facebook.com/This and That Wire. Not and, but the letter N. This and That Wire. And Jeremy and I, we have our own personal Twitters. Jeremy is at JIV3, like jive.
Yeah, it's just the number, JIV3. It's like the backwards E to jive.
And mine's my last name, at Mina, MEENAGH. And though this is kind of outdated now because we don't have another show, but if you are a musician or in a band in the Oklahoma City area or you're an entertainer of some sort and you want to be on our show, please hit us up. We're always looking for talented musicians, talented insight on the local music scene, the local art scene. So, just tell your friends, keep on rocking. And Jeremy and I, we had a good weekend, didn't we not, at the Norman Music Festival?
Had a blast, and I hope you guys tuned in. You guys make sure that you check us out on TV. We are on Cox Channel 124, and in AT&T Tulsa area, UVerse Channel 99, and all you student listeners, because we know that's who's listening, check us out on Channel 76.
So yeah, we the members of The Wire went out to the Norman Music Festival over the weekend. Saturday we had our booth out there. We got free T-shirts. That was pretty cool.
That was some tchotchkes from the station.
Thank you. Man. Shout out to our station director, Mr. Lynn Franklin, for those, and everybody, the PR representatives. Malik, you got to give a big shout out to Malik and Brady and Zach Sapanic for having
everybody
to
just
everybody.
Came together in like a big power formation. It was the I formation.
It was the Flying V in Mighty Ducks.
It was
the Power I.
Yes.
But we did a quarterback sneak.
Yes. We sold it though, man. I mean, there was a lot of great bands, not just the ones we pulled up, but I got a couple good interviews. Spoke with a couple bands. It was neat being out there, running around, getting a little behind the look scene.
Yeah, it's something that we benefited for having people on our show. A lot of these artists actually were playing Norman Music Festival, so during our 2-hour segment there, we were prepared. We had
exactly,
we had members.
And the girls after us, the whole station was rocking.
It was great. It was a good setup. I really had a good time out there. We had members of Earth Made of Glass. We had members of the Limp Wizards, Cosma Stanza, Akiba, and the Hit Boys on, not to mention a few other interviews from bands like Headbutt. I believe you got Annie Oakley, which is a really cool kind of folksy band. Yeah. And I stayed there all night. I was there till midnight, from noon to midnight. It was great.
Man, it was awesome. I hope any of the listeners got to go out there and check it out. If not, go to the website page and look stuff up. Find some new music. If you're looking for something fresh, that's where you can find it.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of talented musicians in the Oklahoma City metro, and we've had the privilege of having several of those guys on our show over the past year, from bands like the Hit Boys, Speak Memory, Headbutt, Spiritual Buzz, Audra, Steven Thorne. All these great people came on our show over the past year, and we are eternally grateful for all of them.
It wasn't just music. We had some actors. We had a lot of solo artists.
We had some people who ended up becoming a member of our show. Angel Burke, who is an aspiring actress, is now a member of This and That. She'll be on in a few minutes. She had to get out of class, so she's on her way any moment now. But, reflecting back from where we started to where we are now, it's quite amazing how
Oh man, I remember that first show. We were so lost. Didn't know what to do. Didn't know who or what.
mainly because we walked in there with no training.
Yeah.
We thought
Hey, but we wanted to do this, and we've done it.
we thought we were supposed to have our show, like it was like 2 weeks into the class last year, and we all got to sign out what times our shows would be. So we had Wednesday from 9 to 11. So Jeremy and I were a little confused, like, are we starting the show this Wednesday? So we show up.
We were gung ho.
We had nothing. We had no
Gung
script.
ho.
We didn't know what we were doing.
We were like lion. What was it? Thundercats. Ho.
Lino, thunder,
Lino.
thunder, snarf.
Snarf.
But
Snarf. Snarf.
that was a train wreck, and luckily our station director didn't know we did that, and then he said, no, we're starting 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
But then we took
went
the
ahead and
initiative,
did it
and we
again,
did an
exactly.
extra show.
We wanted to be here for you guys.
And not only that,
We wanted to hone our skills and make a great show for you guys. I'm glad some of our listeners, our regular listeners, shout out to Ken Pletz and all the rest of our P1s. I'm glad we can entertain you guys.
and what's the thing also is we entertained ourselves. We had 2
Exactly.
hours a week where we sat in here talking about random things with awesome people, and it's been a great overall experience.
And when you have that much fun, time flies. When I look at when there's like 10 minutes left in the show, I'm like, man, I want some more time.
Yeah, and all our guests are always like, you're right. Time does fly when you're in this booth. It's like a time capsule almost.
You get to see the outside world just blaze by.
Yeah, you get to see all funny people walking out. Crazy things happen. We've had President David Bourne walking on our show
he
once.
even came in and said hello.
Gary England walked by once.
Yeah.
It's
You know what? I think I seen a student or two walk by
oh yeah.
once.
We had high school kids. But yeah.
Hey man, so walk me through your weekend after you were done with the show. What else did you do? I seen some awesome pictures.
Yeah, so when we had the Limp Wizards on during our segment, the younger guys who've been on our show, I went and saw their set over at Bison Witches, and as I mentioned, they have some pretty crazy fans. And
Yeah.
I have some video, and they took it place by storm. These guys were like any late 90s lo-fi kind of punk band. I pictured G.G. Allen kind of, except without all the
Without the
defecation
nudity
and all that
and
the blood.
feces and
But
bodily fluids.
Any like late 80s, early 90s kind of lo-fi
So
punk
basically,
band.
Green Day. No, I'm just kidding.
And then I saw right after that, the Hit Boys played. They had an amazing set. And then I went just walking around and try to find some people I knew. Surprisingly, all my friends didn't want to come out that night, so I spent about a good 9-10 hours by myself.
That's cool. Did you see any new bands that you hadn't seen before? Anything out of the blue that are different from your normal?
No, I did see. I remember I told you I saw that band in that abandoned warehouse.
Yeah.
I went and saw them. They played at Theopolis. But I ran into all these full-time staff members at Sooner Vision, which was kind of weird. I don't like seeing my bosses
How
out.
come?
And it's just weird seeing when there's like alcohol involved and
You don't feel
full-time
like,
staff, and they see me. I mean, they were cool. I mean, they had a good time. They were enjoying it. But I walked into some friends. I saw Nick and Casey out there. We hung out for a little bit.
That's a Tech Talk Nick, right?
That is our TikTok.
that segment went
our
down
Google loving, or our Apple hating, Google
Google
advocating friend Nick Von
Player
Bush.
hating. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
And then
Nick's a good guy.
Sunday we
Good
worked
people.
the Dodgers game. Went out there yesterday, but the game got rained out, so there's a doubleheader today. So shout out to everybody at the Dodgers working that doubleheader today.
Oh yeah. I wonder if they got us on out there. Not. It's working out there. It's just like I've said it 100 times before. It's like you're hanging out with friends, and there just so happens to be a baseball game going on.
I always say it's like you're playing Xbox Live. You have those headsets on, and you're just talking trash to your friends, making jokes.
Yeah.
And we're shooting a video game that is called baseball.
Yeah.
But,
it's a thing in life called baseball.
Trying to overcome this allergic cough I have.
I hear that week after week, and I wonder why you keep coughing. Makes me want to just hose myself down in Purell.
This happened last year. I had this cough for the longest time, and it was just based off allergies, I guess, because once allergy season went away, it went away. Yeah. I have no idea. But
that happened to me at Rose when I first started going to school, coming back to college. I hadn't been in this contact with this many people, close quarters, and I was getting sick after sick. I really thought I might have had some sort of immune deficiency or something. But
MERS.
yeah,
MERS, Keegan. It's MERS.
Ebola.
You thought you had, Middle Eastern Respiratory Syndrome for the longest time?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it wouldn't go away. Well, today we don't really have a guest, but Angel will be in here, and we'll get to recap a lot of stuff that the listeners have had got to partake in and listen to. We'll talk about some of the great highlights. We'll talk about who knows, maybe at the end after the news and after all the regular segments, we can talk about what we plan on going from here, where we plan on going from here. So,
It's all good. It's all good stuff. I mean, I've had a blast chilling with this guy. And last week's show, I had to operate the board myself, and I have nothing but a lot of respect for this to my that right over here on my left side, Mr. Jeremy Deere, who has been the mastermind behind everything that is this and that, from the music to the audio levels. There is no show without him, and I greatly appreciate his service.
Is that what you're saying?
I have nothing but love for you,
Nothing but
Jeremy.
love for me.
Nothing but love for you, Jeremy. Nothing but love for you, Jeremy. Nothing but love for you. Yeah.
Well, now you kind of understand why sometimes there's little fluff ups here and there, because there's a lot of things to go. I imagine, and we got some pretty good equipment. There's other people that have worked at radio stations, and they say the boards aren't even as good as this one.
And
so getting everything organized, it is a duty. It's not too hard, but.
And another thing, too, is unlike
timing.
other shows, we have a little bit extra additional stuff that we add thanks to Jeremy. Jeremy has brought in, we can monitor our own mic levels through individually.
Yeah.
And then we also record externally from his MacBook. And
it's just fallbacks in case things don't work.
we have bumpers. We have...
Oh, man, I got some really cool ones I never did get to put together with Angel. I have me and Lyra's friends have took on adopting children, and I think they're up to 6 now. They have a 7th foster kid in their care right now, and so I had them all.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. That was a cool one. Keegan, you're listening to this and that on the wire. Keegan and Jeremy stink.
Yeah, it was cool, man. I just never put them together. Who knows? Maybe if there's something in the fall, hopefully. I can use them then.
It reminds.
I did put a bunch of bumpers together, and it was fun. I didn't do it because I had to. I did it because I wanted to. I think that's really what gives. What is it? The
that
panache,
flair, that pizzazz,
the panache,
the quiche, the quiche.
Yeah,
it gives you the quiche.
It gives the souffle.
Bobby Flay.
Gives you the
Bobby souffle. It's the Dijon to the mustard. The oregano.
It's the cream between the cookies.
It's the double stuffed Oreo.
Double dipped.
But if it isn't Angel Burke.
Well, if she.
Let me let's go to a break real fast, and we're gonna let Angel get on.
Yeah, you're listening to This and That on the Wire.
You're listening to The Wire. Wire.
It did it again.
OU.edu.
Don't you hate when this happens?
It's just whenever you touch that machine.
It's always me.
You.
See, these are the things.
Because it works for me.
This is why we can't have nice things.
It doesn't work for
any
you.
second now.
You're listening to This and That
I hope I'm normal. I think so.
with Keegan.
Yes, everything is one. You have nothing to do with it. I am one with what I am.
And Jeremy.
I wish I could talk in Technicolor.
Only on The Wire, your student radio.
Welcome back. This and That on the Wire, your student radio. Keegan Mina, always with me. Jeremy Deere and Angel Burke has returned.
Angel B-Dog Burke.
What's up? What's up?
We've missed you.
What's going on? My favorite little redhead.
Finishing up classes.
Oh, I know.
That's exciting.
It's exciting and it's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want the year to be
bittersweet.
over.
Yeah. I'm ready for it to be over, though. I mean, it was a good semester, but on to the next.
School year, that is.
Yeah.
So you didn't manage to make it out to Norman Music Festival over the weekend?
I did. I texted you to see where you guys are at, and I didn't get a text back, so
So you just said no.
He just got your
like,
text right there.
deuces. That's probably it. Yeah, no, I tried.
We were on the main street.
I was out there Saturday.
The one street.
noon to 2, and I didn't see you guys.
Noon to 2.
Main Street.
I was mainly down by the little kids circus area because my fiance.
Oh, because that's all that they would let you in because you're so short.
Butt face. No, even though I could ride all of the rides, that was at first. So. It was a good time though. Did you guys enjoy it?
Yeah, it was fun.
I was there for
was
12
fun.
hours.
Are you kidding me?
So I had a good time.
So tell me, is it more lively at night? Because
Yes.
Yes.
I was gonna
Yes,
say.
it is
Yes,
packed
yes.
to the brim with
Really?
people. It
Yeah.
was.
That's when the drunkards come out, so
Mhm.
it's a little bit more entertaining to
Oh
watch.
yeah, of course. It's like half the
Yeah.
showtime
Plus,
is.
Oh, yeah.
you can't go over to the little kids area. You got to go to the adult area.
Hey, they got cotton candy. I'm not arguing.
They have cotton candy
Yes.
at baseball games, so you go into all the baseball games.
I don't get invites.
We invite you all the time.
Got one
Hey.
invite.
Hey,
What do
Angel.
is there a game coming up?
Yeah, we got a game going on right now, actually.
Really?
Let's go.
Yeah,
right
there's
now.
a double header
All right now.
today. Yeah.
It's kind of cold. Let's wait till one more day.
Man, this cough is going to make me frustrated.
So you're sick?
Smoke
I have
another one.
allergies.
He took up smoking tobacco,
No, I
which
don't-
we do not condone here.
I don't do that
You don't
anymore.
condone
He's
smoking.
sinning.
Have you heard that song on the radio? It's like "Swipe it to the left" or something like that. It's in regards to
About yeah, it's like
smoking.
Tinder related.
Yeah.
You gotta swipe it to
It's like
the
she's
left.
got a nice body, nice
Gotta
beep,
swipe it
and
to the
but
left.
she got cigarettes, so swipe it
to
to the left. And I was like, wow.
That's pretty cool.
They're trying to narrow it down. I think they're only in like 3% in the world that are still smoking or something.
3%, maybe in
That's
America.
In America,
Well,
maybe.
yeah. Sorry.
Because
Russia and China
yeah,
are big
and
in smoking.
Korea.
Yeah, all those.
It's like chimneys over
Yeah,
there, huh?
Korea, like-
Europeans think smoking's good for you. It's weird. Like you'll see people riding bicycles or rollerblading, smoking cigarettes, and it's like counterproductive.
It's like, dude.
Ja,
what are you doing?
it opens up the lungs, and once I exercise on the bike.
Have you guys ever seen the episode House?
No,
The Doctor?
Angel, I have not.
Doesn't
seen the
House have
show.
a whole bunch of episodes?
Yes.
Roadhouse.
He's the doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of mean.
He prescribed one guy with smoking cigarettes because he had really bad lung allergies or something like that. Like
I
he kept getting
recommend
congestion.
you smoke cigarettes, man.
I recommend you.
Yeah.
I'm actually
cancerous
British,
Yeah.
and I'm a stand-up
Inhalant.
comedian.
You got fired right after
You know,
that.
like you know the guy who plays House is a stand-up comedian in England.
Yes. Oh my
And
gosh.
he plays
his
piano.
accent.
He's very talented. Well, not young. He's a very talented
You
individual.
can say it. I'm sure he'll take it as a compliment.
Keegan, I am Hugh Laurie from House, and I don't think I'm young.
I think there is by far so many actors that have accents that are not attractive until they talk, and then they all of a
What?
sudden become attractive.
Oh, I thought you meant their accents weren't attractive until
No,
they talk.
their
That's kinda
accents
like
make
saying,
them attractive.
You're not pretty unless there's light on you. You know?
Dang.
No,
that's
I mean
cold.
that I know. That's what I
Oh.
thought. Like their accent isn't attractive until they talk. It's kind of like, you know.
Yeah, no,
I
I get it.
I was confused there.
No, you're good. But yeah, that was something I thought interesting. Most accents, like British accents and the Australian accents.
Hey, Jeremy, do your British accent.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Which one?
The one that what you always say.
Oh, the-
girls,
the-
girls are always like, oh, I love a guy with a British accent, and this is
Oh,
what Jeremy will
really?
pull.
Hello. How are you? Would you like me to kiss your lips? Like I love guys with British accents.
Oh,
Do you now?
you sound like a Smeagol on like British accent style.
And you should see his.
That's creepy.
This is his British directing.
this
this is
is-
his directing voice.
If I ever land like a major like directing job, I'm gonna go totally British with it with them. Ready one, take camera one. Ready two, take it. Ready
Oh my
three,
God.
take it. All right, we're rolling out to 6 clean. Rigging Fox box.
Check your returns.
Yep, check your returns, people. Check them.
Oh
That
my
is
God.
the
There's a ball game out there going on.
Opposing coach.
There's some footy going on.
I have to say, when you guys become famous, please don't forget me. Remember me as the mermaid with the British accent here and there.
All right.
Don't you forget about me. No, hey. No?
Hey, we got a special
No.
guest on the line.
Is it Mr. Lynn Franklin?
I hope so.
Hello?
We're failing already.
I know. We
Or
just,
maybe it's on his end. You never know.
Maybe he's just playing a trick on us.
I'm here.
There he
Oh,
is.
There he
that's
is. Look at him.
scary. Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, our stage
I'm-
director,
I'm-
Mr. Lynn Franklin.
I'm on the remote.
You are
Can
on
you
the
guys, can you guys punch me up on remote?
Yeah, we got you.
Awesome.
How are you doing today?
How you doing, sir? Kind sir. Thanks for joining us on this and that.
I'm well, actually. I'm quite well.
Take two,
Sure, yeah.
ready three.
You guys.
So, Lynn, you've noticed we were talking about memory lane and stuff and all the things we've done behind your back. How do you feel
Yeah.
about that?
How does that make you feel?
It's interesting because I have recordings of it all. So
I know.
just go back
Except
and
for the
check
lost
tape.
episode.
Yeah, the last episode, which
and-
we don't even have a recording of.
The first ever
Dun.
episode.
Great.
Oh, which reminds me, could you send us our segment of the Norman Music Festival
I
show?
wish I could, but that's actually lost as well.
You should have seen Keenan's
Yeah.
face just now.
You know, I'm getting requests from like every band in Norman Music Festival for that stuff.
I DVR'd our 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock segment.
Did you?
Yeah, but I didn't pull it off before I'm moving, so I had my service disconnected. So it's on the hard drive there. I just,
So we could have gotten away with murder pretty much in Norman Music Festival.
Hey, we
Just
did
not
miss
shut
you
up.
down there. That was a great.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
Thanks for the T-shirts.
Oh yeah.
You're
We had
you're
really,
welcome.
He got us cool T-shirts that says "Wire Your Student Radio" on the back. They're really cool.
Can I have one,
No,
please,
no.
sir?
Well, I wish I could, but I think they're all gone.
No, don't tell me that.
You should have been there.
Okay,
Where were
come on.
you?
If you
Where
just-
was I?
No, where? Well, yeah, where were you?
Yeah, where were you? Was you on
with the
the
with the
I
grandkids.
actually had
Grand
I actually
Cayman
had a birthday party to go to on Saturday for one of my grandsons,
those are important.
and then I took two of my grandsons back to Texas, and missed out on a crawfish
Ooh.
boil.
Those are the
But
best.
yeah, that was my weekend.
Wow.
Man, that sounded good.
God.
Give
kinda
Malik
jealous.
and Brady a raise. They did an
Yeah.
excellent job out there in the heat.
And even Zach
Zach
did
Sapanic
good.
helped carry the
I
show.
think he was glad when me and Keegan showed up, so he could take a break and.
It was like, oh, Keegan and Jeremy, you guys know all these bands.
Yeah, he's like, here, you guys. I mean, he was. It seemed like he needed some more than just a bottle of water because he was getting raspy there at the end.
Kind of having a tough time, huh?
Yeah, he was good. Everybody's good. It was fun. I wish we would have been here last year for that.
Well, the way things generally work with the Wire and OUTV is we try to do a big event every semester, and the event for fall is Toys for Tots, and we want to do a live simulcast remote for that. I'm not really sure where that's going to take place this year. Last year it took place at Hertz Donuts.
Oh, that was great.
That was a fun time.
With all the fallout and so forth with change of management over there, I'm not sure, really whether they're going to be as welcoming as the previous crew was. But we're always looking for ways to.
Oh, yeah.
Connect with community, connect with potential underwriters, and we're also interested in getting the name of the station out there in the public, as well as getting students some live experience.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but we're actually going to be changing the name of the Wire soon.
No, that's correct. One of the things that's kind of in circulation right now is a concept called Boom. We're not really sure how that's going to work yet, but the call letters are official. That's KXOU, and
That's pretty.
the call letters are something that students voted on and chose. So we're really happy about that.
Yeah. So when are we looking to go as a station to FM?
What was that? What is this?
Uh,
I think Lynn Franklin's taking over our show.
He's hacked into the mainframe. It's Lynn Franklin, not just a station manager, but an overlord.
He sees all. He's all-knowing, all-wise. I think we lost him. Did we lose him?
I think he just don't want to talk about that stuff, so
Yeah,
he
that-
plays music.
He's like,
Uh-oh.
I'm done.
Somebody reset him. Push the breaker button. You got to lift the panel in the back of the neck, and
I'm sorry, guys. We got cut off there. I got a terrestrial call that came in and cut us off.
Terrestrial.
Yeah,
Extraterrestrial.
we got to hear a cool little jingle.
That was nice.
Yeah.
That's the
We thought
Lynn
maybe
Franklin
we
theme
thought
song.
maybe you shorted out and you needed a reset.
No.
That's
The question was the timetable.
Yeah,
when's that going to come about?
Yeah.
We're going to be doing some more planning over the summer. Hopefully, that's going to launch either next semester or just after January. The FCC basically gives us 18 months to put a station on the air. So, one of the things that some of the other people that are involved want to do is they want to try to get some donors together to help us build maybe an additional studio over here at Gaylord Hall, as well as revamp the studio that you guys are in, and obviously put a transmitter and antenna up.
And last week we had Mark Alexin, who hasn't been in this booth for several years. He said, "Yep, still has that same old smell,
Same carpet.
same old walls and carpet." He said the only thing that really stayed the same was the audio console.
Right.
He thought he was having like a trip down memory lane, and so is this episode, memory lane episode of This and That, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you know, one of the interesting things of our NAB trip this year was to take a look at the next generation console that replaced the one that you're sitting at. And really, the only major modification that they've made to that console is what's called IP audio. The rest of it is laid out basically the same.
I know. I went home and downloaded this Radio Logic to get more familiar with it. I kind of like it. I want to get me one of those little low power FM transmitters so around my property. I moved out to the country, by the way. It's no neighbors for miles, so
Awesome.
give me one of those little what is it, 0.5 watt transmitters. Have my own station
there's
out
some
there.
folks. There's some folks out east of Norman that do the lights every year. I think that's what they have.
Yeah, I think it goes like not even a quarter mile, but you know, I got 2.5 acres, so a lot to play with out there.
Lynn, you having a busy week with all the grading and all the papers and all the videos you got to grade this semester?
You bet. And one thing that I get to do tomorrow is I get to sit in on a graduate work that deals with the culture of zombies.
No way. How cool is
Yes.
that?
Now, is it like a look like as to the direction the shows and everything are going, or is it like as if there's real zombies?
Well, it's kind of a retrospective and documentary on the genre, on
Okay.
the whole segment of science fiction that the authors and publishers and producers and directors and everybody, their take on that aspect. And there's interviews in the documentary with folks from The Walking Dead, and there's some people here on campus that are regarded as kind of experts in that area of expertise, and it's really kind of an interesting piece. I want to get it for OUTV because I think it would be a really interesting film to watch.
You do know that zombies don't exist, Lynn.
I do that. I do know that. Yes.
How can you have a master expertise of something that doesn't exist?
Well, it's more an expertise in that field of literature or filmmaking, that kind of thing.
Are we losing
I
you?
think he's kind of going in and out.
Yeah, you're cutting
Or
in
he's
and
turned
out.
into a zombie.
Maybe it's me bobbing my head. Maybe
That's probably
part
it.
of it. Yeah, no, not like Keegan's doing. I'm not doing that yet. It's more emphasis on the words that I put in, and that's maybe where it wavers.
That's awesome.
Well,
What's everybody there's big plans come the end of the week? Finals are over next week, and you're out of here. You're off to softball world championships.
Yeah, Jeremy and I got softball.
Big things like that.
Big 12 men's baseball tournament. I got to go to Tulsa on Friday.
I'm gonna miss that paycheck.
Oh man,
Yeah, they moved it up to Tulsa, so he's working it with Sooner Vision, and we were getting
was a good
professional
paycheck,
pay
yeah.
from the ballpark it'll be there next year. So I'm looking forward to it because they kind of changed our pay scale around, and that paycheck kind of paid that one, and the softball one paid my bills through the summer. So.
Yeah, that was our get through the summer paychecks.
But other
Because
than that, it's working baseball and all the other gigs we get through Turner, and all the fun jazz.
Now, did I hear something about there being a tournament or there being some kind of playoff in Kansas City?
I'm not aware of that. That may be softball or somebody else. I know men's is in Tulsa, and I'm not sure about
That's
maybe
the Big
the
12.
yeah.
I think no, that's Omaha that they usually go
Omaha,
to. So I don't know.
Nebraska,
They might have
Kansas-
moved it.
Kansas City. Oh, are they talking about the softball? Maybe
No, the
Not sure.
softball World Series is
here.
That's because this is its home.
Right.
Maybe the Big 12 or not the Big 12, the NCAA baseball in Kansas City.
I'm unaware.
Could be. Did you guys happen to receive those clips that I sent you from the
Yeah,
president's
I just
press
got them right
conference?
here. But
You
unfortunately,
might want to take some of those and plug those in during your show because some of those are actually kind of funny.
are they?
Yeah.
Enticing.
I'll have to look at them on our next break.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, drop those onto a card and see if you can't play those out.
How are we gonna do that?
We can do it.
We can.
Yeah, we got to go to break. Hey, thanks for calling in and listening,
You bet.
keeping
you
us on our
haven't-
toes.
If you happen to find a shirt size small, just let me know. I'm not gonna forget this.
Scary.
Not
Vendetta.
as scary as the
V for
zombies.
Vendetta.
Ah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our station manager, Mr. Lynn Franklin.
Thanks again,
Thanks,
Lynn.
Thanks, Lynn.
And we're gonna go take a break, so hopefully our music doesn't stop like it always does. But you're listening to This and That on the Wire, your student radio.
Yeah, but did it again. What do you do to that
I just
thing to
pressed the
make it-
button and the.
Like you didn't rearrange the songs or anything this time. I watched you. I thought it was because you were. There you
There you
go.
go.
You're listening to.
Oh wait, no, we can't listen to this song.
We're listening to This and That on the Wire.
Oh, this is One Direction. Come on.
You're still listening to This and That with Keegan, Angel, Jeremy.
On the Wire.
You know, I wanted love. I needed love. Worst of all. Welcome back to This and That. Keegan now in the hot seat. Jeremy now in the soft seat. Angel over there in the lovely seat.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought that was the naughty corner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
That's why we stick her over
let's
there.
just talk about this later on the after hours.
For those of you who aren't aware, this is our last show of the season, and maybe our last show ever. We're not sure. We're hoping to. That's just a rumor. We're just going to start, okay? So everybody just told, this is your last show, right?
This is our last show.
Officially
last
as a member of the Wire
Now, whether we
Practicum.
get picked up next year or not,
That's up to us. Not really.
Wish it was. That's
I'm
bad.
just concerned who put all this One Direction into our library.
I know. Isn't that weird? You
Hey,
know,
haters gonna hate. It's okay.
I'm already getting messages from the P1s. They're like, what was that about? Who does that?
Our longtime listeners, first-time callers are not happy with our musical choice, and for that we apologize, as always.
But remember, and you didn't mess with that. That's proof that you didn't mess with it, and it's still cut out.
I guess there's just some. I picture our station manager Lynn Franklin just pushing this button that freezes our screen
just
for just a few
laughing.
seconds. He's just like, those
Yeah, it's
fools.
a One Direction button.
Those.
He's got one button. It just says 1D.
It's it's all on his keyboard, and there's this big green one in the right corner. It just says 1D. Yeah, let's see how those fools take this one.
It's so gross.
Sorry,
Do you pick up women that way?
Yeah, that's how he got all of them.
Nice.
no girls.
They're still in his closet,
remember-
chained up.
That's creepy, dude.
Let's-
Not even on the
let's,
radio
They're clawing
show.
away. They're like,
That's
On a different note, Angel, before you came over, we were just talking about like some of the moments that we had over the year. What's something that stood out for you here on our show?
Oh, throughout the year. Let me think about this.
Any second now.
I'm sorry.
I think a
I've
good
had
one.
a lot of good memories.
I liked when Jeremy Tanquaddle
Tanagal.
Tanagal came on,
Tanagal.
and we did a little like da 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 da.
I like that.
Done.
I especially like the diary reading. Not
Yeah,
because
that's what I was gonna say. That's gotta be one of my favorites.
that's
Dear
fun.
diary, today was my
music.
birthday. Okay, bye.
Yeah, I've got a great writing skills. I think my other favorite part is when oh gosh, what is her name? Burnett, really funny, loves Gilmore Girls. When she came on the show, it was somebody to just relate to. Another woman in the same business as me, together, sitting next to each other.
Audra?
Yeah, Audra.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she's cool.
She
She's
is
our
cool.
girl.
What?
haven't
I
seen
thought
her
I
in a
was her
while.
girl.
You are us.
You are
You-
our girl.
You are the
She's
little
his
in
girl.
between this.
And that.
With the apostrophe.
That.
You have the apostrophe.
Yeah,
That's
the
Okay, as long as I get
apostrophe
apostrophe.
is the red hair. It's an
It's a
accent.
nice little top.
It's a good little
Yeah.
accent.
I like that. Anyway, what was your favorite parts? I missed all that.
Probably the diary reading was one of my favorites of this season. You joining the show was awesome.
you added a whole new demographic to our
Yeah.
show.
And it was some of our P1s that suggested that we bring in a girl, and the first person I thought was you.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Well, first it was Cher, but then we couldn't
Okay.
get her
Yeah, I get it. I'm
because
second. That's
she
okay.
believes in love, life after love, after
Do
love.
you believe in life after love? Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm happy I was second. So I'm happy I got on the show. I wouldn't have it any other
For
way.
20 cents.
Ask for more.
For just the price of a cup of coffee,
Ask for more.
you can change a child's life.
Ask for
Hi,
more.
I'm Keegan Mina.
Come on, more.
Welcome to This and That on the
A little
Wire.
bit more, please.
You know, sometimes in life one must stop and reflect about all the great things that have happened. Starting with us, for example. What truly defines our show? Is it our ever-ending swag? Our weird duo of people from different age groups and backgrounds? Or is it just the fact that we as a collective are just the coolest of the cool? We will find out all these things and more as we progress through this show. But first, it is time for Diary Readings with Angel Burke. Take it away.
Dear diary,
Keep going.
it was a sad day today.
My dog ate my
Skippy.
cookie.
Yeah, Skippy. Skippy ate the cookie. It's my favorite cookie. How could you, Skippy? It was mine. It was all mine. And you took it. You took it from me. And you crumpled it up and you dropped pieces and your slobber went everywhere. Skippy, if you were here today, I'd probably strangle you for that cookie. I'd probably fight back.
That was Angel Burke with this week's episode of Diary Chats on the around the
I
campfire.
actually got teary-eyed doing that. That was weird.
And now it is time to talk to our Native American friend. His name is Jeremy Deer. Jer.
We need the music.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
No, you do.
What's
It
just
adds oomph.
what's a cool song that we have? What's 21? So
Do the thug song.
No, there's no 26. Those are just in there.
there is no 26, only Zool.
Last one's 21. Give me 12. Yeah, I don't even know what it is.
There it is.
That's our closing song.
Well, that's it for today. You got the redhead, you got the Indiana, and you got the red beard. We've had a great season. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Click buzz.
No, please don't go. Really.
Please don't go.
I'm begging
away,
you,
hey.
please.
And now it is time for the Random Hour with your host, Keegan, Jeremy, and Angel. Their net worth is worth a staggering $40 million.
Are you serious right now?
Who's that guy from those shows that always talk
Robin Leach.
about Robin Leach?
Robin Leach.
The Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen twins' estate is worth more than life itself at over staggering $30 million. I'm Robin Leach, and today we will be looking inside the net worth price of the Wire booth. This audio console from 2006 is at a staggering $1,200. This Macintosh computer full with music is at a staggering $1,700.
With each song being worth 99 cents, makes the grand total of $20.
You guys are like trying to think of the numbers. 20.
For $20.
$9.75. And these microphones that we speak in, very crisp, really clear microphones. How much are they worth? At a net worth price of $15.97. I don't know.
I was gonna say, I think they're a little more expensive. Than
Ready
that.
2, take 2. Ready 3, take 3. Ready 4, shut the door.
You know, we normally don't talk about these things, but I just had to bring it up because it was, you know, tragedy struck here, and it wasn't cool, you know. But in Nepal, man,
Yeah,
did you read about that?
yeah. And
We are
then
sending a nearly 130-person disaster assistance response team to
This was,
conduct assessments, coordinate the humanitarian
they're planning on
response,
doing
and provide
to
search
send
and
aid
rescue
over.
capabilities, along with 45 tons of cargo. Advance elements of that team are already on the ground, and the team consists of a 57-person urban search and rescue team from Fairfax, Virginia, that will arrive in a few hours. A
It's
second
weird because,
57-person urban
Have
search
you
and
ever been in
rescue
an
team
earthquake?
from the Los Angeles County
yes.
The
Fire
ones here?
Department
One
that should
in
arrive
Alaska.
Tuesday, Washington time.
They weren't anything serious,
And
though.
14 disaster experts
But me and
with
Chase were just talking about
USAID
taking a trip to
and 6
Nepal.
rescue
He really
dogs
wants to
that
go
are
visit.
incorporated into both of these.
Chase,
search
O'Hara, and I,
rescue
when we went to
teams.
Ireland together, we were thinking of the next place to go. We were like, hey, we should go to Nepal. And then I sent him a link showing him the earthquake. Like, do you really want to go now? I don't know.
Yeah, my cousin married somebody from Nepal, and he's one of those IT guys. He works from home, don't do anything.
Does
pretty
he have a
much.
lot of family over there?
Yeah, like he went back like once a year to like their little village that they lived in. Our traditional Indian homes are like, I guess you know them as wigwams. They're like made of sticks and reeds and whatnot.
Right.
And when he seen that, he said, "Dude, this reminds me of the village where I come from because most people live in stuff like this."
That's crazy.
I
I
mean-
hope his family's okay.
I do too. His name is Nishant. Everybody calls him Nissan around my family. 'Cause
That's awesome.
They
Nissan.
just do that to people, but yeah, like I said, it's a tragedy, and it's good to see that America's doing stuff for them. So.
Yeah, it gives me chills, but I mean, I got nothing left for Nepal.
Exactly, nothing but love for Nepal.
Spread out the word.
That's right.
You know what's funny is that even Facebook is participating with saying that donate money to.
I think there was more people. Was the tidal wave thing in Indian Ocean, like
The
where it's-
tsunami?
Yeah, tsunami.
That was a big ordeal, but
That was
Um,
in 04, right?
I believe so, 2004.
That was crazy because there was video of all of that. Now there's just very few video coming out of there. Most of it's of the aftershocks and not of the actual stuff. But I was listening to NPR, our sister station KGOU, and they were talking to some of the reporters over there, and they're like, we pretty much have till Friday before any potable water is used up, and there are hundreds of thousands of people in need of assistance. And
Wow.
it's one of those things where everybody as a globe has to come together,
Yes.
I think it's one of those situations where I think the average citizen, when they step in and they help out and they go with the Red Cross and go over there and do what they can, that says so much more about somebody than saying, yeah, I'll give, $3 or something, calls it in.
Hey, $3 is worth it, especially if everybody does it. The thing
Sure.
is people, and the flip side to that coin is people say, well, the Red Cross all the money doesn't go to the disaster and whatnot. I kind of beg to differ because as a tornado victim from the May 20th tornado a few years back, we got a lot of help, and a lot of it came from the Red Cross, and it was more than just a couple bucks. And I imagine everybody else that they do that to, everybody else that they helped out with, all that money added up is a lot of cash.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What are you doing over there, man? Are you messing up my recording?
No, he didn't.
Hi, I'm Robin Leach. Welcome to The Rich and the Fabulous.
Oh, I hate those shows. It makes me feel so like
I kind
degraded.
of like it.
Have you ever read the book or heard of the book Pedagogy of the Oppressed?
No,
No.
I don't read.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a.
You should read it. It's
No.
about
Let me ask you a question.
That's
Do you think girls read more
No.
books than guys? I think
yes.
so.
I don't know,
Yes.
man. I mean, because you look at, what's his name? Matt?
Matt Barnett,
No. Matt, the one up there in Colorado. What's his name?
Addison.
Matt Addison. Madison. Yeah, Matt Addison.
It sounds like Madison.
He does. Stephen Thorne reads. I read. I mean,
Stephen Thorne is.
I know more guys that read than I know girls that read.
I know more girls that read than guys that read.
I just think guys get in this mindset that they have to keep up with sports, and in doing that, they're all about like TV
Yeah,
or
I'm not
games.
that guy.
I used to love to read. Did you ever do AR? And
Yeah.
did you ever do AR? Did they have AR back in your day?
I don't know.
Accelerated
I had
reader.
phonics.
It was like you read a book at your library at school, and you could take it like
I
this
learned how to
online
speed
test.
read in the 5th grade. I mean, like, and ever since then, I just kind of stuck with reading. I mean,
I can only read if it's like very compelling book.
I can only read if it's like text. I mean, like a textbook. Like
I can only read in
my
English
history books,
and German.
I would buy them early before the semester and turn around and start using them. I mean, like start using them. Is that what you do with books? You use them?
Yeah, I read my
I
books.
would start reading them like before the semester started because the stories that went along with it. And then at the time, you know, being Native American, I see the other side of those stories in the history. I mean, it's weird because in the history books, anytime the Indians won, it was a massacre. And anytime the Americans won in the wars, it was a victory.
I have
It
noticed
was
things
weird.
like that.
And it's named that,
And-
like the Dove Creek Massacre.
When you and I go out, you always tell me these
I'm like, what the
historical
heck,
stories.
man?
You're like, yeah, you know, the Kickapoo tribe, you know, we didn't take crap from no one. You know, that's why we have the fewest amount of land in Oklahoma out of all the tribes.
Yeah.
Because we didn't like the white man.
No, it wasn't.
Caucasians.
No, it was. It's still our sworn enemies are, and it goes in this order: the Republic of Texas, then the Americans, then the British, and then we've allied with the French because we just whooped up on them. But that's our sworn enemies. That's why we didn't join the South during the Civil War because they come to us and they said, all the other Indians are doing it. Why don't you? They said, well, let's think about this.
Bandwagon effect.
Can we kill Texans? And they said, no, they're part of the South. They said, oh, no, sorry, we're not joining. And then it was open season in Oklahoma. Like they got all the other tribes are like, hey, every Kickapoo that you kill, you know, we'll pay you a bounty on it because they didn't join us. They tried to run us out of here. Yeah,
That's
pricks.
insane.
I know, but that's history, you know. That's our sworn enemies though, the Texans. Isn't that ironic though?
Texans.
Isn't everybody's sworn enemies, though?
Seems
Yeah.
like it here.
I saw an interesting picture where somebody redrew the Texas state lines, and they made it to where Dallas was not officially a part of Texas.
Really?
Yeah, they like kind of
Dallas
looped.
is already a part of Texas.
Yeah, but they kind of like changed the
around
boundaries
it.
to where it like swooped under, so Dallas would be part of Oklahoma.
Oh,
because
part
it
of
almost
Oklahoma.
feels like people in Dallas aren't really kind of associated with the rest of the state. But that's just me. That is just me here on This and That. Jeremy and I have switched seats. I am now using his laptop, and he is using mine. Chip, take two. Ready, one. Yep. So let's go take another break. And I made sure there's no One Direction.
Yeah, I gotta go feed the meter.
And let's hope, you know, chances are the song. Let's try it this way. Let's just press it from here. See,
it still
no matter
does.
what
I
I
think it
do,
still does.
Let me.
no
I
matter.
should push the button next time.
Yeah, maybe if you like rub on it, you'll turn it on.
This has been
Yeah, I
Kagan
would-
Mina,
Okay.
Jeremy
You're
Deer,
listening
and
to This
Angel
and That.
Buck.
On the
On the
wire.
wire.
Your student radio.
Oh.
Radio.
Radio. Oh yeah. You're listening to This and That with the infamous Angel,
Hello.
the cool Keegan, and Jammin' Jeremy.
Jammin' Jerome.
I don't know. I was
Jerome.
trying to go for that, but it didn't work.
I'm gonna start calling you Jerome.
It's This and That on the wire. As far as I know, we're fixing to be the boom, so make sure you guys stay
Here
tuned.
comes
And
the boom.
you know, the station director was quizzing everybody the other day if they already got that punched up on their car radio or on their memory preset. I say to all our P1s, if you're a true fan of This and That, get it ready, man. Put 95.5 on the dial. You'll hear a bunch of static right now, but you can just listen to it when you're alone and just imagine all the awesomeness that is fixing to come from that
Or
station.
you know what you could do? You could turn it to 95.5, then go to your aux cable, and then plug in the TuneIn app from your phone and just act like it's from that station. Because it's going to be. And you're going to like
or
it
you
no
can
matter
take
what.
a Post-it note and write 95.5 and stick it over the display, and then turn in the TuneIn app.
That is kind of hard to say, isn't it?
Or you could
Turn on the
hack.
TuneIn
You could
lab.
hack into your own
I said
phone
TuneIn
and
lab.
make it look like the wire is set to 95.5. And Lynn Franklin brought up an interesting thing earlier in class today
Yeah,
about.
and it really peeved me because I hate being manipulated.
So apparently,
What?
you might like this, Angel. You have an iPhone, correct?
Amazing
I
fact
do.
of the day. You learned something
So
new.
apparently, your iPhone has FM radio capability. However, Apple has locked it
Along with AT&T, Verizon, or whoever your carrier is. T-Mobile.
because they want you to stream everything. Did you remember having those thin, like rectangular iPods?
Yeah.
Well, apparently the
Put on Angel Cam. Look at that
Angel Cam's
seriousness.
over here.
Apparently what?
Apparently, those old ones, they had the access so you can listen to FM radio and stuff. But because they want you to stream everything now, they have actually manually locked their phones from accessing it, which is pretty interesting.
I feel like I'm being robbed.
You are
Is
being
that what's
robbed
happening?
because they want you to download those apps and they want you to use that
Those
3G.
expensive apps.
Because if you don't use any data if you use the radio, right? I wouldn't think you would.
I don't think so. It's free.
They
I
want
think the iHeartRadio app has something to do with it.
and you can stream FM radio on that and tune in.
You can stream FM radio on that.
Your mom could stream FM radio. By the way, I saw your mom's
she
comment.
took it
She's so sweet.
there.
Yeah.
Which one?
There's my Keegan. I was like, aw.
Every time we take a picture.
My mom always writes that on there. I don't know why. What are you doing to my mom for her to write that?
It's my mother, Jeremy. My mother.
Oh. I thought you were
I don't think she's ever listened to a show,
Aw.
though she claims that she does. My
That's
dad's
sweet.
listened. My mom hasn't listened.
I
It's the
picture your
thought that
dad
counts.
kicked back, sitting in the rockers, outside
With a
in
cigar.
the grass with a pipe, not a cigar.
No,
I know
he's not a pipe guy.
I know, but in my mind he's a pipe guy.
And he's reading the paper. "Oh, that's my son on
And
the
he's
radio.
got a monocle and a killer
Yeah.
stash.
Top hat. He looks like the Monopoly
No, he's
guy.
got he's got a bowler.
He looks. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200.
Chap.
I haven't met your dad either.
He's cool.
Have you met my dad? Yeah, you met my dad
I
once.
met your dad twice.
Twice.
3
Years ago.
times
Was a
the lady.
Once. Twice.
Okay, so the listeners, if you've been watching, I'm running out of the booth on our breaks to go pay the meter. I don't get this because I want to bring this up. The signs say meter must be paid 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Right.
And then
It's
there's a
5
big
p.m.
space, right? Okay, it's 5 p.m., right? But there's a
Right.
big space under, and it says display permit or pay meter 5 p.m. to 9 p.m.
It means you don't have to pay the parking meter, but you have to have a parking
Permit.
permit.
You have a parking
Same
permit,
thing
right?
with the
Oh, so if
the
you have a
garage.
parking permit, you have to pay still
If you sit in those spots at that
7
time,
to 5 p.m.
but if you're after
Yeah.
5 and you have a parking permit,
Then
you
you
don't have to pay.
So I'm paying for no reason.
Basically. You should've
No,
said
do you
this
have a parking
before you-
permit?
Yes, I do.
If you have a parking permit and it's after 5, then don't bother paying.
508. Don't go back
Why
out.
did
I
there.
heard parking services ain't even out after 5. I heard. But I
I've
don't know.
seen
Allegedly.
them out there. I've seen them in the
Allegedly.
parking
Okay.
garage.
Allegedly.
Yeah, no, I've almost wanted to hit a couple
Yeah.
of them.
Parking services. They rock.
I probably paid my
Pay your
tuition
tickets, people.
and tickets.
I mean, I don't.
Are you one of those? I got a
Yeah.
ticket and I got it dismissed.
Me too.
They just threw it out. Like I got, as soon as I get them, I walk over there and okay, because I was loading the grill out from behind Gaylord, right?
For our TV show.
Right.
and
right.
so I got it loaded up with the helps of Mr. Renner,
Okay.
and I got the ticket on there. So I'm just like, okay, well, I'm gonna go handle this. So I go over there. I'm like, I need to get this taken care of. The guy's like, okay. I mean, he's already got the snide attitude with me, right? I mean,
I hate those.
like
Like I'm better than you.
as
kind
I'm
of
yeah
sign?
as I'm walking into the parking services office,
Right.
a meter maid comes walking up, And I open the door for her, and I say, hey, it looks like you visited me. She goes, oh, it could be somebody else. I'm like, well, this looks like your handwriting. You know, it's all computer printed anyways. You know, so I was just making her, you know, I'm in a good mood. I'm cool. I'm being a good sport about it because I figure the people there have already put up with enough, you know, a-holes
Right.
complaining and people abusing the system and all this whatnot.
Like me. Okay.
So, you know, I'm being cool about it. The meter maid goes in, goes around the counter, and goes back to wherever the meter maids go to. And I hand my ticket over, and I say, I need to get this taken care of, you know?
Right.
And he reads it, punches it up. He's like, you're parked in a loading zone. I'm like, yeah, well, I was loading a grill. And he was like, okay, and did you have a loading permit? I'm like,
A loading permit?
yeah, I'm like, okay, where do I get these loading permits? He's like, well, you have to have a loading permit. I was like, well, I didn't say I didn't need one. I just want to know, where do I get them? And then he like hesitantly tells me that you get them from them. Yeah, I'm like, okay, cool. Well, now I know I need a loading permit, and that all makes sense. That's cool, you know. What do I got to do in order to get a loading permit? He's like, well, you can request one, and there's nothing on the website or anything. That's why I know about parking in loading zones after 5 p.m. North of Lindsay is permitted. Did you know that?
North of Lindsay. I did not know that.
Yeah,
no.
north of Lindsay after 5 p.m. you can park in it says it on their website. It's part of the rules and regulation. You can park
You'll notice after 5 that whole parking, like, loading zone next to Gaylord.
No, that's not a loading zone. That is what is
emergency zone or whatever.
No, it used to be a loading zone last year, but they repainted the lines, and that's technically
Bus zone.
Commercial something like commercial. I don't know, but that's so they can ticket people because it was doing that last year. But
So my first semester here at OU.
they ended up finish my story. They ended up after he realized that I was being cool about it. He ended up being chill, and he's like, "Well, I can see you don't have any history of tickets." I'm like, "Yeah, because I park." He's like, "You need a permit to park on campus." I'm like, "Well, I park at the LNC." I said, "Because one, you guys provide a bus service, and besides that, if I bought a permit, I'd spend most of my time looking for a parking spot, so I can just ride the shuttle in."
Yeah, it's so funny that you say that. I spent 40 minutes. I logged it on my phone. I spent 40 minutes trying to find a spot in that parking garage, and I spent almost $200 for my.
I bet.
See, I've never paid for a parking. The only permit I pay for is the summer pass. It's only $27.
Yeah.
And I'm here throughout the summer, so it's not that bad for 2 months.
Oh, I gotta
But
get a summer pass.
really, honestly, if you go early from like 8:30, 10:30 in the morning for the Lloyd Noble shuttle, I mean, they show up every 5-10 minutes, so you're not really missing out on anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just if you stay past like 6,
Then you have
it's
to
only
wait.
one bus going back, so you got to wait
Yeah.
like 10-15 minutes.
That's not too
So
bad.
what I usually do is I wait for 4:40, then I'll take the bus, come back, park it over near Gaylord, and then continue on with my so-called festivities of work or schooling, which I've been notorious for breaking the parking rules. And
Yeah, well, I've been meaning to talk to you about this. This was kind of crazy. Why? I mean, what? No, I mean, like, okay, I get it. Other people do that, but like, did you just sit there and say, "Okay, I'm going to ruin this for everybody," and just keep parking here until they?
I was going to do it
told me?
until they gave me a ticket. If they gave me a ticket, I would have stopped. But no.
Yeah, but now they're going to watch that spot, so nobody can do it.
No, everybody still does it, but me.
So it's like Keegan ruins
Here's the
this for
backstory.
everybody.
So I found somewhat of a special parking.
I don't really care. I'm really mad.
You're mad at me?
I am peeved.
Well, I got my just desserts at the end.
No, that's funny, dude.
It was funny. Okay, so I work at Sooner Vision.
Which that wouldn't have worked on me. Public shaming don't work on me. I'm not ashamed of.
I work at Sooner Vision, and after 5, you can park. If you're a Sooner Vision employee, you can park under the gate 1 where the tickets are in. So you can just park down there to go to work. But before that's full-time faculty staff, so you can't park down there. Well, there was a spot where you can park to the side that I started parking at because some people that I worked with told me, hey, I park here all the time. I never get a ticket. And they think I'm part of the full-time staff. So I kind of got that power in my mind that I could do it whenever I wanted to.
Exception. This is what Lyra gets mad at. Is she says everybody thinks that they're an exception to the rule.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? The speeding rule? Me too.
Initially,
I got a speeding ticket. Oh, I didn't tell you guys about
Okay,
that.
hold on.
Initially, I only did it for maybe an hour, a day.
bad.
But then when I would like want to sleep in and like just make it a class, I just park over there. And then one day I was there probably for like 7-8 hours. And then I kept parking there day after day. And then I'm coming out of class once, and I get this email from my boss at Sooner Vision.
It goes out to everybody.
It goes
I
out to
got it.
every, like, all 150 something staff members.
Oh, jeez.
And it has my car with my license plate.
On the picture?
Yeah, it's just a picture. It's like, whoever's car this is, you know, you best do it yourself a favor and just quit parking here. And I was
Did
like,
you laugh, or were you just like...
I was like, oh God, no.
No, he was like little Keegan in trouble.
So I parked
like,
my car.
Big eyes, knot. You could see the knot in his throat.
Gets all red
No.
and sweaty?
Yeah, he's like, I gotta go.
So I moved
Because
my
I was like,
car.
what are you doing after class? He's like, I gotta go. And then he showed me the email, and I checked my email to see it.
So I moved my car.
jeez.
Then I go back to work, and then my boss sees me. He goes, "So did you move your car yet?" He knew it was mine.
And he sent it to everybody? That's,
Yeah.
That's messed up.
It's to
that's
send a
cool, man.
message.
You got the
He was
message.
cool about it though. We laughed at the end, so everything kind of worked.
It was
out.
like a G.I. Joe cartoon ending.
knowing is half the
No,
battle.
he's half the battle.
So needless to say, I don't do that anymore.
He say he ruined it for everybody
I-
else.
and yet again, everyone else does it.
No.
Jeez.
Way to throw him under the bus, Keegan.
I didn't name names. All I said was other people did it.
Everybody.
I learned from them.
Hey, buddy.
But I just like parking. I hate.
buddy.
It stinks that you have to pay for a parking pass, and then they're getting rid of parking spots, and you know you spend like you said 40 minutes looking for a spot when they have a free service that just drives you there. But I thought I could get away with it. Honestly, I had too much power. I was blinded by greed and envy.
Did
and-
you learn anything from that?
Yes.
What's
Don't
that?
park there.
Don't park there. I don't-
No, the lesson is that you're not an exception. You're not a special flower.
Special
flower.
What do they say in Fight Club? You're not something. You're the all eating something scum of the world.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's you. Remember it.
That's
Look it
nice.
up.
What about your speeding ticket there?
Yeah. So Sunday, my little brother was getting baptized in Edmond, and I live in Purcell, so I'm driving, and I'm kind of running late. So of course, yours truly is speeding, and I'm taking. I have to talk all sincere. I'm gonna get really mad, but I have to talk sincere because of music. Okay, so I'm driving on the highway, I-35. I start exiting off. This car in front of me has this huge inflatable, like they would put in a pool on the back window, sticking out, looking like it's about to fly out and hit me. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna stay behind this guy. He's only going 55 anyway. I get in the right lane. I speed around him. I get on the highway, just cruising. I look to the left of me, and guess who's there? Highway Patrol. I continue to drive, slowly, slowing down. I'm like, maybe he didn't see me come onto the highway. Bloop. And I'm off on the side. So I start pulling over to the shoulder, and I'm like, crap. I wonder how fast I was really going. Right? Well, comes out, walks on over to me, and, ma'am, you know how fast you were going? I'm like, I have no idea. I'll be honest with you. And he's like, you're going 89 and a 60. I was like,
Wow.
oh, Nikes.
And you drive a Beamer.
I know. So he's sitting there and he's like, I need your driver's license. And I was like, okay. Luckily, I just updated like last week. I was like, okay. So I gave it to him. He walks away. It killed me. I just knew that this was the end. This is where
I've never got a speeding ticket, and I've been pulled over 5 times.
I've gotten
You
one
showed your
speeding
titties,
ticket
didn't
my
you?
whole
I
life.
show some leg. Let's just say.
well, it's okay.
Third
Anyway,
leg.
so he goes back to his car. 2 minutes later, he comes
Okay.
back to me, and he's like, here's your ticket, blah, blah, blah. You're going 89 to 60. You can go to court. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Have a good day. I look at the ticket. Guess how much he charged me.
$450.
$10.65.
$341. That's close.
I would have still lost on the prices, right?
Yeah.
So what was the actual charge? Was it excess speeding, or did he
Yeah.
give you the?
He didn't give me the reckless driving.
Yeah,
which
that's
is a good thing.
Or a speeding ticket. If it's excess speeding.
I don't know. I haven't really looked into it too much.
yeah.
It's 25 to 30 miles an hour over the speed limit.
Oh,
and I
okay,
don't know
then
what
that's speeding ticket. Yeah.
So the
Excess speeding is like 10 and under.
The first time I got
Wow.
pulled over was last year. I was driving on the wrong side of the road. I moved a barrier, and then I went through a red light.
Were you
And
drunk?
still-
There's a
no.
pattern here of believing that he's an exception to the rule.
This is a ginger beard. That's
was-
all.
It's like, oh, I can move this barrier.
I
I
don't
can
know.
drive on the other side of the road.
That's
I'm
awful.
from Alaska. We drive on the.
And I didn't get a ticket. That's the crazy part.
Did you cry? You're really good about
No,
crying.
I
Really?
didn't cry. I was freaking out.
He showed some beard.
The guy let me go. I was like, what?
I was thinking this guy was. I mean, the highway patrol. They're nothing to mess with,
well,
right?
no, they're
I-
usually cool. They're usually mellow.
Sometimes. Well, he didn't even ask me why I was speeding or anything like that. I mean, if I would have been like, my brother's getting baptized, I got to be there.
Did you?
I ended up missing it, by the way.
But did you admit that you were speeding, or did you apologize for speeding?
It happened so quickly. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. He got everything he needed. He didn't need to.
You think if I apologized, I mean, really, he saw me driving a Beamer. I was all dressed up, going to church, and he was probably like, "She's got money. It's no big deal."
Yeah.
And drove back to his car, wrote it up.
I mean, knock on wood. I drive fast, and like I don't. I get where I'm going. I drive smooth
He
and fast.
scares
like,
some
you just-
people in our car. I've gotten to the point where it doesn't bother me anymore.
But like I said, I know. I went some time without a license. You know.
Really?
Yeah. So when I got it back,
You're
I was
very good about it.
I was
yeah.
like, yeah, dude.
I got this.
Well, the thing is that's when I started breaking laws. It's like the license just gave me a license to turn around
Freedom.
and speed.
Gave you a
And I know
license
I
to
wasn't
freedom.
scared to get pulled over. Matter of fact, I wanted to get pulled over there in the beginning because
You
I
thought you were
wanted the cops to
invisible?
say, "Hey, you know what? Look, dude, I redeemed myself, and you can't take that away from me. Give me my ticket. I will pay that,
I will pay that. You can pay
So you're
mine.
saying
but you can't take away my achievement of redemption."
safer drivers, people without driver's licenses.
Exactly, those ones driving slow and using their turn signal.
I was behind
and
one of those on the
signaling out the
left lane.
window. You know,
Left
The-
lane.
yeah. Those are the ones that don't have a license. So if I was a cop, those are the ones I would pull over. Is the ones that were
driving
driving. Yeah,
Perfectly.
yeah, they're the ones
They're
hauling
too
drugs.
good.
They're the ones that are like
But what can you get them on?
sex trade.
You're driving too good.
They're the
too
ones
goodly.
doing that. No,
Suspicions.
dude, that's what they do. Oh, you forgot to use your blinker.
Yeah. Or you.
Oh well,
you
I'm
tapped on
sorry.
your brake too
blinker was
hard.
just too slow. They pulled Lyra over at 2:00 in the morning one night. We dropped her friend off. Lyra doesn't drink.
Right.
So I was drinking, so was her friend, and we all went out, and then we dropped him off, and then went around the corner, and her blinker went real slow. Like it was like dink dink
Ding ding.
dink dink
Okay.
dink dink. I mean, it goes so slow
Seriously?
that my nephew got in, and he started laughing one day when we turned a corner. He's like, "Does your blinker really go that slow?"
Yes. Yes.
It was
it
funny.
does.
But yeah, and so he's like, "Well, you didn't use your blinker," and she's like, "Yeah, I did." And he was like, "Turn it on. Maybe it's broken." And he turned it on. It went real slow. And then by the time he's asking for my ID and everything, and I'm just like, no. I mean, like,
You're not even driving.
yeah. I mean, the law. I'm one of those people. You know, don't
Test the law.
don't know your rights.
Oh.
No,
You
you're
know
right.
what I'm saying?
You can
Never
te-
consent
there's
to anything.
times you can say no. Close the door after you step out, such like that.
Yeah, lock your window, lock your door when you step out, and they can't search you for nothing.
That's awesome.
I
My
know.
first ticket was 92 and a 65. I went to court,
Good
fought
God.
it. Yeah, I have a lead foot.
Yeah, the last time they asked me if they could search my car, I've just told them, you know, what, I'm gonna be one of those guys. I know my I know my rights. I have nothing to hide, but I'm gonna just. You got protocol. Do your protocol. I'm not waiving any of my rights. And the guy was like, "Here's your stuff. Have a nice day."
Yeah. There you go. There you go, Jeremy.
I was like, "Dude, that'd be awesome."
perfect.
I mean, I could be like, you know, have somebody tied up in the trunk or something and get away with it.
Are you crazy? Yeah.
Do you hear something, sir? I know my rights.
Like, I know that's crazy.
So, have either one of you ever ran into the street after somebody?
No.
I have. I chased one of my ex-girlfriends out.
Well, an Oklahoma police chase came to an end when a concerned citizen ran out into the road to block a fleeing motorcyclist.
Wow.
Yeah, the reason why the guy was going speedingly quickly and
Yeah.
whatever, he was going 65 over the speed limit, didn't have a
In a
driver's
what?
license or insurance, and he didn't want to get pulled over, so he tried to, whatever.
And
This guy
I mean, where was that?
is in Chickasha. Oklahoma.
Chickasaw.
Oh, Chickasha. Chickasha. Anyway.
That's crazy.
Oklahoma family, right?
On a motorcycle?
Yeah, no, he like tackled him. See?
Oh, wow. Man, you don't mess around in
farm boy.
Chickasha.
Unless you're going to go see the Christmas lights.
And then go there. So awesome. I love it there.
Well, it's that time. Let's go to break so I can go pay the meter.
All right, you're listening to this. Well, hopefully this music will work. You're listening to this and that on the wire.
I was gonna push the button.
Your student radio.
Ugh, you're supposed to let me push the button.
My name's Angel Burke, and I'm
I'm not gonna be ignored.
I'm not gonna be ignored.
Okay, and 1, and
You
2,
smell like
and a
boo-boo.
And a 3, and a 4, and a 2, and a 1.
Listen out on the wire. Your student radio. It's the show that ruins your college experience.
Keegan and Jeremy, you guys suck.
This and that on the wire. Your student radio.
We are so amazingly awesome.
Swag on.
Keegan Mina, Jeremy Deere, Angel Burke in the wire booth once again, living the dream like all kids should here at the University of Oklahoma. This is our last episode
Sad face.
ever. Not sure forever, but forever ever maybe. But it's been a year of reflection and prayer and genuflecting and all those things in between.
You prayed?
Sure.
Oh, I know.
So while we were at the break and on our little candy break, I found some interesting news about the wonderful country of Italy.
Tell me more.
Italy has opened the Museo della Merde,
Tell me more. Tell me sweet little more.
the Museum of Poop.
Ew! Are you
The latest museum to dump knowledge on Italy is the Museo della Merde, a facility dedicated to the study of human and animal feces.
That is disgusting.
The Museo della Merda, which roughly translates to Museum of Poop, although the intending wording is somewhat more profane, describes itself as an agency of change that house documents and information on excrement and culture, technology, and history. The Pooseum aims to show what a useful and living substance crap really is. Headquartered in the Piacenza province hamlet of Castelbosco, it has held a launch event Monday at the Leonardo da Vinci Museum of Science and Technology in Milan. The exhibit tracks the history of excrement and seeks to educate visitors on ways poop is put to good use around the world. Few phenomena are so rich in material and conceptual complexity as the culture history of excrement, the museum said. The museum was founded by Gianantonio Locatelli, a Castelbosco farmer who wants to put the 220,000 pounds of excrement created by his animals each day to good use. Museum tours can be arranged for Saturdays and Sundays between May and August.
I'm worried about mankind in general.
Well,
Like, why?
That's without it, we wouldn't be where we are. It's a good fertilizer. What do you think manure is made out of?
Well,
How
no,
do you
I
think we have our
know.
crops?
You're talking to a farm
You're
girl.
welcome.
You're talking to a farm girl here. I know these things, but I'm just saying, why make a museum out of it? Why not put that money towards, like, I don't know, world hunger or...
You know, and it's my turn to chime in here. Not too long ago, there was a website called poop.com. And they had poop jokes and, like, they had, like, a daily poop and, you know, like anything poop related. It was posted there. Nothing vulgar, nothing gross, nothing totally hateful or
Nothing vulgar, really?
nothing too crappy.
I see what you
No,
did there.
and so my sister, she was always like signing me up for stuff. So I got sick of it one day, and I submitted her email to their ad.
Oh, no, you didn't.
So like every day she got like a daily poop like letter from poop.com, and it had like stories and fun facts about poop. And
Only on the last
amazingly-
show can we talk about poop.
well, amazingly the site went down.
Amazingly.
obviously. Yeah.
Question. In a serious relationship, do you feel it to be more comfortable or more weird when one individual shares their bowel movements with another individual?
What do you mean share like put?
Like,
oh honey,
oh
look
my-
what I got here,
no.
and hand it to
Oh my
you.
God,
or-
no. But something like...
No.
You're
No.
such a child. No, not even that. It was something like, okay, let's say Jeremy and I are in a relationship. I'm like, Jeremy, man, that tortilla last night, man, I'm like so bloated and like gassy. I think I just need to get like one really good dump out. Like, is that normal to share that kind of thing with your loved one, or is that kind of just
It's
borderline
normal.
weird?
No, dude.
Really?
If it's borderline weird, then you're not in the right
You're
relationship.
not comfortable, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I'm having
okay,
issues with it.
If you guys can't be in bed together and one of y'all rip one, and neither one of y'all like get mad or make a big deal about it, then like, okay, if you don't make a big deal about it, then you guys need some talking, or you need to really get
if
comfortable
you
with
don't make a big
yeah.
deal, okay.
I mean, if you make a big deal about it, obviously you're in a relationship that needs some work. Neither one of you are all that comfortable with one another.
Well, one of us is comfortable, the other one's not. I guess you could kind of figure out.
So that says that you're not for sure about the relationship.
No, it doesn't say that. It just says I'm not comfortable sharing my bowel movements with another individual. Not even my doctor. He asked me how to do it. I'm like,
Okay,
oh,
so
fine.
door open or door closed when you do your thing in the bathroom.
Oh, closed and locked and like
Really?
bolted shut.
I
Yeah.
never had that problem.
I
live
love
alone.
my privacy.
Doors open, man.
It's weird if my door's
like, how can I
closed,
watch
'cause
the
live by myself.
TV in the living
Yeah,
room?
well, that's different. Huh?
I can't watch the TV in the living room if the door's closed.
I am like utterly disgusted right now. I can't come over to your house.
Yeah, but it's not like a 10-hour thing. It's like go in there, do it, get out. You know.
So what if like,
wash your
okay, let's say
hands.
if you had you and Larry Lou, what if you guys had a kid and grows to be about 4 or 5 years old?
Four
Leave
or
the door
five,
open.
Yeah, 4 or 5, they still can see.
They
You-
come
yeah.
in there and they're like, "What's that, Daddy?"
Now, like preteen, it's like, okay.
That's a little weird.
Yeah,
so
so-
at 5-year-old, they can kind of figure out what's going on in the world around them, right? So what if they come in and they're like, "What's that, Daddy?" Is that when
I'm
you
like,
start
it's a
closing the door?
turd. What do you think
No,
it is?
at your.
I'd be like, that's where you come from.
Oh my god.
That's
Oh, you're
that's
gonna be the most
your
interesting
that's the
dad.
first slide
Shout
you
out to Larry
slid
Lou
in.
if you're listening. Oh my gosh.
No.
Ah, I don't know.
Hey, but speaking of junk down there, one artist armed himself with washable spray paint. All right, he's an artist in Greater Manchester, England. He's embarked on a worthy crusade to rid the region of potholes by drawing
Good job.
phallic shapes on them and around them. The anonymous artist goes by the name of Wanksy, off of Banksy. You know,
Oh,
the
that's cool. Yeah.
British artist too.
Cool. Good.
And he told Manchester Evening News that he decided to draw attention to the appalling pothole-ridden streets after some of his cyclist friends were badly injured on the roads. So he wanted to attract attention to the pothole.
That's one
So
way to do
if
it.
they come out and they clean the spray paint, he can say, "Hey, you got enough time to come out and clean the spray paint. While you're
You have
cleaning it,
enough
why
time."
don't you bring the stuff to fill it and just get it done?"
Boom.
Exactly.
Come out to Oklahoma.
Think about that. Would you do that
Yeah,
here?
I would do it.
I mean,
I mean,
there's
it's kind of a
there's
form of
one right
vandalism, but
there's a pothole right near where I moved, and I think I'm
do you hit it every day or something?
Yeah. Well, you can't help it. I mean, like it's right there. It's either swerve into the lane and get a ticket for reckless driving, or run your vehicle through a big old pothole. So I think if something like that popped up around it, I didn't do it. Okay, just for the record.
You know, I used to live in the Panhandle, and as opposed to having potholes, they would have speed bumps everywhere. I mean, Main Street, back roads, neighborhood streets, highways if they could, I'm sure. But yeah, they were everywhere. And if you had a low-rise car or whatever it's called, you heard some scraping about every other day. So
Scraping.
Just be counting your blessings, I guess I'm trying to say. Count those little potholes as little blessings until they take out the front grill.
And
And
as
then
always,
you
you can follow along with these stories on our Facebook page. Just go to it, facebook.com/ThisInThatWire. I'm posting the Manchester story right now.
Guess what time it is, Jer?
It's about that time for the rhythm and the rhyme.
One and a two and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Beer of the week. Beer of the week. Beer of the week. Beer of the week. This week's Beer of the Week is brought to you by Jonathan. The new bartender at O'Connell's, which we had the pleasure of meeting today, he is a fan of the Yellow Belly Pale Ale. Yellow Belly Pale Ale is from Yellow Belly Brewery and Public House. It is 4.5%, and it's best bitter. And as the website says, we call Yellow Belly Pale Ale our session beer. Full body malt base counterbalanced by a significant bitterness provided by the hops. Medium length finish with hints of grapefruit, pineapple, caramel, and honey.
Sounds sweet.
Try our YPA with one of our burgers or some of our wood-fired rustic flatbreads. Available on tap or in takeaway bottles, also sold in NLC stores. So that is going to be our last beer of the week.
It's sad, but it's good. It sounds good. I'd drink it.
Which reminds us always here at The Wire, and this and that we know that we do not condone underage drinking, but however, we know it does happen. However,
Even overage drinking.
take advantage of one of the OU's greatest programs, the Safe Ride Voucher Program.
You know how to do that? You just simply come by the University of Oklahoma's Memorial Union and go to the Student Government Association offices. It's just located off the Conoco wing of the Oklahoma Memorial Union. And it's right across the courtyard from our studio in room 181. You can stop by there Monday through Friday, noon to 7 p.m., and pick up your Safe Ride voucher. All you got to do is bring your student ID so they can verify that you're a current OU student, and they'll give you a couple wallet-sized vouchers for that current weekend. All you got to do is add them to your purse, your wallet, backpack, or whatever you have. And when you're out Thursday, Friday, or Saturday evenings from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m., use the voucher for a free, safe, non-judgmental ride home. And all you got to do is either hail a cab at your leisure or call the cab company. Usually the best bet is to call the cab company. It's Yellow Cab or Airport Express. Phone numbers are located on the back of the voucher, and you can get your free, safe ride home. Once the cab arrives, just give them the voucher and show your student ID. The driver will keep the voucher just like a gift card and take you to your requested location. That's all you have to do to be responsible, because like we always say,
It's not about getting drunk. It's about
having a good
time.
And you can't have a good time if you're sloppy and you burble drunk,
Or if you can't remember any of it,
Yeah.
you're not sure if you had a good time or
Like
not.
your birthday.
2 years ago.
When I had a Safe Ride voucher.
No,
Yeah.
we were your Safe Ride vouchers. Make sure if you
Good
do use
times.
it, call within 45 to an hour before you plan on leaving. And
Yeah, it takes a little time for them to get it all organized and ready.
Situated.
what is
So-
going behind the
but-
back out behind us?
But the thing is make sure that you do use it. Plan on using it when you go out. Don't just go get them and then, if I need to use it. No, go out there and say, hey, tonight I'm going to use my Safe Ride voucher. It's free cab ride home anywhere within the metro area of Norman. So just make sure that you got everything going.
You got a bunny behind you, Keegan.
Bunny bun.
Bunny,
Our
bunny,
station
bunny.
manager, Lynn Franklin, is
Hi,
causing a
Lynn.
ruckus behind us.
He brought me a shirt.
He's the evil
Did he really?
overlord.
No.
Oh, he did not bring
I
the shirt.
looked. It's okay. No biggie. I'll forgive him this time.
So this is our last 10 minutes of the show.
It's sad. I think we should do a little dance party or something.
I think we have something planned, actually.
Oh, that's right.
Hopefully
Do
it'll
tell
work.
me more.
It's just like, cow goes moo, and the
Cat.
elephant goes toot, and I don't know.
Okay.
That's it's a song Mr. Franklin suggested we put on the air, and it's one of my favorites.
Oh, really?
It's an instant classic. If
Is
you
it?
haven't heard this song, you obviously haven't been around the area. You haven't been on
We
the
are
streets.
sending a nearly
and I
one.
don't think we have
That's
it.
it.
Yeah, whoever put it on there didn't put it in the right format. Error format.
You said put it
Where'd
on
it
your
go?
drive. We can play it right here if you want.
No, that don't
No?
work.
It doesn't work if I just play it from.
No. It's only going to be hi-fi quality audio.
That's high quality.
That's your favorite song, isn't it? Sing it.
I don't know the song. And the elephant goes
Goes to
to quack.
quack.
And the seal goes ow, ow, ow.
Ow.
But there's one sound
Yeah, that's not as cool as making it play off the
Ah,
CS card.
What does Keegan say?
He quit.
Oh, goodness.
That's what the fox said.
That is what the fox said.
He said a lot.
That was a weird song.
It's a good song.
It was catchy.
You know, the first time I heard it, I wasn't sure if it was like a scam.
Yeah,
somebody got my...
He plays it like it's serious.
Right.
And then
Essentially,
you're
I think
he's
it was a
comedian.
scam.
Really?
Like it was just to get
Just
something
to
to
test
go
the waters.
viral.
He was one of those
I don't
water
get that.
testers.
People have an insatiable need for things to go viral on the internet.
Kim Kardashian started that.
It's just like self-acceptance kind of ordeal where
They're trying to break the internet.
If you're gonna go that far, I'm gonna have to say that it was that Pamela Anderson video
which
that
one
started it
Which one?
before Kim Kardashian.
Pamela Anderson did something?
Yeah, with that drummer guy.
from Blink-182.
Yeah, no, from Poison. What's his name?
Brett Richards, Brett Michaels. He's
She
not the
did
drummer,
what with
though.
him?
No, Motley Crue. That's right.
Oh, Tommy Lee
Yeah,
Jones.
Tommy
or
Lee
whatever
Jones.
his name
Yeah,
is.
that was the first one.
What
Isn't
she
Tommy
do?
Lee Jones an actor?
Yeah?
Who am I thinking of?
No.
I don't know.
I'm so lost.
Paul Blart.
Tommy, just Tommy Lee, not Tommy.
Tommy
Lee.
Lee. Yeah.
Good old Tommy.
It was their little tape that they made in privacy that
Oh,
made it out on the
really?
web. And
I'll have to Google
then
that
everybody
later.
knew. Yeah.
Yeah, you would Google
I
it.
bet you will. Huh?
Shut up.
While you're in the bathroom, all locked doors and everything.
Ain't nothing wrong with my privacy, sir. It's better than pooping out in public, freak. Why don't you just get a porta potty if you don't mind your business being out there?
And take the door off?
Yeah.
Maybe I will.
Come out smiling. You'd be like
Maybe
the
I
first
will.
man
That
who
means
walks
we have
out
to
of
also
porta potty.
maintain that. I don't want to maintain.
He's gonna maintain that. That's a weird
Wow,
way
this
to
is
end
the
it.
saddest song I've heard all day.
No,
That's
you know what
sad.
that means, right?
Well,
Means they just gotta go eat dinner.
thank you all for everyone who listened to our show throughout the year, from
Yeah.
this semester and last. Shout outs to everybody that we ever had on our show. Shout outs to everybody who ever listened to our show. Shout out to my parents.
Shout out to my parents.
Shout out to my fiance.
Shout out,
Shout out to my fiance.
shout out to you guys' fiancés.
Shout out to your soon-to-be brother-in-law.
I don't have a brother-in-law.
Remember we talked about this?
Jeremy.
That's like 10, 15 years in the making.
Shout out to my wife.
Aww.
Shout out to Lynn Franklin's wife.
Mrs. Franklin.
Such a sweetheart.
Mrs. Linjamin Franklin.
I want to be like that when I'm older.
Shout out to Ken Pletz, our
P1 Listener of the Year.
Braxton Snodgrass, Chris Turner, Mr. Dave.
Mr. Dave. Shout out to Dean Daniels.
Shout out to Skip Leckness.
That Dean Daniels is Keegan's foster dad.
No, he's not. Shout out to all the
We
people
love you,
walking
Dino.
by. Shout out to everyone who's
Shout out to
ever,
Lyra Lou. Shout out to the Deers, the Minas, the Burks.
Who's
Shout
ever-
out to Beer.
Shout out to
Shout out to Sonic Lizard.
Shout out to Keegan and Jeremy for inviting me on the show.
Shout out to
the microphones that we use. Shout out to the computers that we use. Shout out to the University of Oklahoma. Shout out to America.
Shout out to Debo.
Shout out to anti-communist vibes. Shout out to Lynn
He's got another
Franklin.
one.
Shout out to the Wire Station staff and
Oh yeah, shout out to
OUTV.
Malik and
Shout
all
out
the
to
awesome
Malik.
people that
Shout
make
out to
this
Brady.
show happen.
Shout out
Amazing
to
people.
Zach Sapanic. Shout out to all the other Wire shows.
Yeah, they're all great. We're gonna miss you guys.
So once again, for Angel and Jeremy, this is Keegan.
No, you know, I say we try to come back in the fall.
We
Try.
should do it.
Okay.
Yeah, all three
Make
of us.
it-
Power
amazing.
channel.
Power Channel.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Here comes the
We'll,
boom.
yeah, we'll revamp everything. And,
Yeah.
We'll
come out
grow
with some cool
funny
stuff.
mustaches.
I'll find
and,
more diaries. Yeah.
And we'll have like a.
You could write more diaries.
We'll have a mariachi band.
Real ones.
More than like, yeah, a few
You'd be like,
sentences.
dear diary,
Today-
I pooped with the door open. It was weird.
Hashtag Jeremy's a freak.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for listening. It was
Thanks,
an awesome
guys.
season, awesome year.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for everything.
Love you.